And happy Friday, everyone. Meteorologist Hutch Johnson joining you. What a wonderful day. It's still a little on the cool side up north. And let's take a look at your forecast, shall we? Heading into the weekend, we'll tell you all you need to know. Not a lot of weather worries this weekend, but I'll have the details coming up now.
Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
And I couldn't be more fortunate to have you joining me. Make sure you drop in the comments where you're watching from. I absolutely love to stay in contact with you when it comes to things as that nature goes. And I got to thank my sponsors as well. And I want you to keep in mind Robert Gibb and Sons. If you have any mechanical needs at all, it could be electrical, plumbing, and heating and air conditioning as well. In fact, if you want to upgrade your heating and air conditioning system to a Bryant a Bryant system, both heating and air conditioning, they're going to throw in a water heater for free. Call up Robert Gibb and Sons today. Tell them Hutch sent you. They'll get the job done. They are a premier Bryant dealer. Hi, Nathan. Good to have you on board. Let's talk about the warm-up that's happened today and where things have warmed up the most, and let's check it out. Ooh-wee, it looks good out there, out to the west. Look at the temperatures. This is a 24-hour comparison thanks to my good friends at the North Dakota Agricultural Network, NDSU. They have an instrument package out there that says that the temperatures are about 20 degrees warmer out in the Williston area. They've been whacked by a couple of winter weather systems, but big snow up in the Bottineau Hills up through, look at this, Can-Do, Rock Lake, those areas up in the northern land. Not much of a temperature change there as that sun is melting some snow and really getting reflected off. Now, we have not warmed up a lot yet in the FM area or out into Minnesota, where it's actually cooler in central Minnesota in the Brainerd Lakes area and points south. So keep that in mind. But the warm-up is on its way. Karen Berg, good to have you on board. Cheryl Johnson, good to have you on board as well from Park Rapids, Minnesota. Speaking of Park Rapids, check out your digits here. A little cooler than yesterday at this time at about 3 degrees. It was a cold start. Let's take a look at your forecast, and we'll start with what's going on right now on the radar. Here's a look. Now, the wind barbs, I want to point this out here. Something I talk about from time to time, but in case you've missed it, I want you to think of these little city dots here, these little white dots that are in the middle of every city plot. And that's the city center. Now, there's these things called wind barbs that go in toward the center, and those wind barbs tell us the wind direction and the wind speed. So this means the wind is blowing towards Carrington in that west-northwesterly direction. It's only about 10 knots there. And the number of flags that you see off of the wind barb would indicate the wind speed. See how this is halfway down the barb and it's got this little half of a notch right here? That would be about a 5-knot wind, okay? And that's give or take a couple of miles per hour. This one has a full barb at the end of the flag. That's a 10-knot wind. So a little fun with meteorology there. Hi, Rebecca from Can-Do. I love your smile, and it does look like you're enjoying some chilly weather today up in the Northland, although we're going in the right direction. All right, here's a look at your temperatures. The red ones indicate the actual air temperature right now. We got 30 in Fargo. It's 25 in Crookston, 28 out at Emerado, 25 for you folks in Grafton Park River, 21 for Belcourt, 32 degrees up in Wells County near Harvey. Same thing for Carrington. Down to the south, let me zip down there, shall we? Because the conditions are pretty swell when we look at Sisseton, 37, Gwinner, 39 Oaks, and how about Fergus Falls and Wahpeton, Breckenridge at 34 degrees each, 37. Now, here is a look at what we have going on with regards to your forecast, getting right to it. Hi, Leora from St. Hilaire. Good to have you on board as well. Okay, planning forecast, it looks like this. Looking like a nice warm-up on Saturday as we spring forward with our clocks Saturday night. Don't forget to do it. We're going to lose an hour of sleep, but gain even more temperature. How about 51 wonderful degrees on a sunny Sunday? Oh my on Monday. How about 60 degrees with low temperatures climbing to freezing as we head into the middle of the week. Now, the warmest day does look to be Monday. I still think we'll have a couple spots that'll challenge 60 degrees on your Tuesday, but we do have some changes midweek and beyond. There's a weather wiggle working its way through. That will bring us a dance with a weak weather maker in Hutch's bottom line. So a nice weekend warm-up, number one. Number two, a late dance with weak weather maker. Hi, Allison. Sun feels nice in Grand Forks, she says, and bring on that warmer weather. And here it comes, like a freight train coming your way. All right, let's take a look at your planning forecast. Here's the area region in the morning. Now, where we have the deep snow from the last couple of systems, how about starting out near zero or just below from Candu, Rock Lake, Langdon, Walhalla, and up towards Cavalier. Devil's Lake, you're going to be in that same boat. A few degrees either above or below zero. Looks sunny and cold, light and variable winds for most of us throughout the day. Here in the Red River Valley, we'll see temperatures around 10 to 15 degrees through Grand Forks and Fargo, and it's even warmer still as we look off to the east into Fergus Falls, Grant County for Wendell, and you folks in Hoffman near 19 degrees. How about Wadena at 17? And, well, that'll be about the same for you folks in the Staples, Motley area and out towards the, well, Brainerd Lakes area. We're going to be 15 to 20 degrees. Bemidji's 15 and a 15-degree start up there near International Falls. Now that's a look at that region. Here's Fargo, 17, just above average. Light and variable wind, and for the most part, crystal clear skies. I think I skipped over the regional forecast here, so I'm going to pull that right back up right quick because I'm going to try to do it right quick. Here we go. Thinking on your feet sometimes can be hard. All right, here we go. Your planning forecast. Look at that warm up out in the southwest. You're looking at 53 degrees. That's Beach, North Dakota. Dickinson, 53. 45 out there in Williston. How about Sidney, Montana at 47 degrees? That's good enough to get out there at the old rodeo. 54 degrees for my friends and relatives out in Glendive, Montana. And if you're out there near Wolf Point, how about 48? That seems pretty great. Not a bad way to head into the weekend. 38 Minot, a little bit of snow, keeping things cooler up in the Northland here. How about 33 for you in Harvey? It looks like that same temperature for the folks in Foster and Eddy counties, for you in Carrington and New Rockford, as well as much of Nelson County here in Michigan City, Mackville. You'll expect some upper 20s there. All in all, that cold pool doesn't stay here in the south. Fargo and points in southeast North Dakota have a shot at some mid 40s. I think 40 to 45 again for Fergus Falls as we head into the afternoon hours. Bemidji, 38 degrees and 27 in Warroad. Now Fargo, expect this, a 43-degree day. That's about 10 degrees above our average, nowhere near a record. I'm going to call it mostly sunny with a chance of yeehaw. Fantastic. They see that? Fantastic. Variable wind direction and a variable wind speed. Now, that's a look at your forecast. Thanks again to all of you who checked in with me. Arnie says snow is melting today in Annetta. 60-degree weather. Wow. Grand Forks, Judy, good to have you on board. Let's take a look at the satellite view with the clear skies for many of us. This is what it looks like. Where you see the brown, that brown means the ground is clear. That means that the sun is heating the earth. That earth gets warmed up and it heats the ground and the air next to the ground. And that's what really warms us up fast. But where we have the snow on the ground, it's white there. And this drifting white, you see, by the way, some clouds drifting across the eastern third of North Dakota. And a real batch of clouds have just been stapled right up here in northwest and north central Minnesota. So for you folks up there in northern Beltrami County near Waskish and Red Lakes area, it's been a cloudy and gray day. Same thing for Thief River Park, Red Lake Falls area, as well as most of Roseau County. The other white, you can kind of see, if you watch this real closely, that it is starting to go away right here in that Lake Sakakawea area in the central part of the Dakotas. So we're melting away some snow, and that's what you're talking about, Arnie. Just beautiful weather. Snow melting in the Southern Valley. It looks like things are melting as well up north as we head into your weekend ahead. That is a look at your forecast. I hope you have a wonderful Friday night. I'll check in again to give you a little bit of an update as we go into next week, as we watch ahead for that weather wiggle next Wednesday. But until then, thank you for joining me on Hutch's Weather, and thank you for, subscribing to my YouTube channel. And if you have not done that, any of my YouTube videos, I oftentimes do some more national look at the weather. You can scan this with your phone's camera, that little dinosaur there, and it'll give you a link to Hutch's YouTube channel. You'll see that we're going to have more unsettled weather heading right into the weekend for the Deep South. Severe thunderstorm watches and warnings will be likely. All modes of severe weather will be possible there, and they're melting some serious snow in the high plains of Nebraska, where 1 to 2 feet of snow fell. All right, that's a look at your forecast. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for remembering my sponsors. If you need anything at all, remember to call Robert Gibb and Sons when it comes to your mechanical needs, both residential, commercial. You have a wonderful weekend. We'll talk again